be, 2 weeks you spend practicing a certain crouch cancel specifically, or a certain up throw, up air percent, or whatever that percent is. That's just another little escape hatch that you've opened for yourself. And that is where we are, leading into this next match. We talked about it at length. I'm here to see it in practice. But here we go. Ice versus Meady. And we're in there, man. Best of 5.
Yeah, best of 5. It makes sense. I love starting on FOD as well. I think it's something where both characters have certain advantages. But we see Ice just killing with a up smash. And again, like Fountain, people think high ceiling. It's not that high.
Yeah.
And 100% is Gucci. That is what Fox wants. And he gets another grab. And the short hop to Marth can jump out there.
Whoa.
Yeah. Take it, JD. Take it.
No, I mean, look, I've given Europeans crap for doing so many jab down tilts, but you gotta love jab down tilt to kind of keep these combos going. And Ice is looking modern. Oh my God, this guy has not melted in 12 years playing the game at this level. Holy crap.
Dude, I know it's trite to say, but Ice is looking hot right now.
We both got our terrible jokes in. We're good.
The double shine, though, I mean, I love how Ice is weaving jab, shield drop bear. What a great extension to build damage. Oh, calls it out. Oh, Meady gets scared, does 2 up Bs onto stage. That's just 3 damage for Ice. Oh my gosh. Meady looking a little bit nervous. Ice possibly looking at a 4 stock if he can close this out, JD.
Oh my God. I mean, a little bit past the freshman 40. We are looking strong for a 4 stock. Definitely opening up now. Up throw shine is crazy. Down smash, not getting the second one on the up B. Trying to find a forward tilt to cheek it out. I'm going to treat this as if it's the same stock, but we are looking at to open up the set. Ice, the old school, former #1 in Germany, coming in with a strong showing against Meady. Can he close it out? A fair shine, missing the edge guard, but keeping it going, reading the roll away, and ending with an up smash to get the 4 stock. Ice coming in so strong and just placing that dominant performance in game 1. Holy crap.
Wow. All right, we're going into game 2, so I feel like I say it, but that was some bust ass, JD. And I am very excited. One key thing I wanted to note for game 1 was Ice at the last stock prioritized pushing Marth off stage. You just saw like a humble shine spike that didn't lead to anything but more damage. And I feel like that is something that the Fox meta have been prioritizing, because the only safe Marth is a Marth that isn't on stage. And that's why FD is so strong and why Meady takes the first stock on FD. And again, it kind of just becomes a best of 3. We're seeing, can Ice close out and not? So he's giving Meady a second chance. I'm curious to see if Meady can get this grab, JD.
Yeah, I mean, we all know FD. There's a reason that Marths love this stage, and right away, even though it ended with kind of a cheeky up B off stage for Ice, there's just a lot to fear here. And I definitely want to take a step back as we're kind of entering this next phase, a little bit slower paced. Going to be back and forth here. What does Meady have to do to open up this Fox? I mean, we always look at it from the Fox's perspective, but, I don't see any glaring mistakes from Meady. I'm just seeing some good play. So what's the counterplay?
Yeah, from my perspective, right, and this is coming from the God booth of commentary, right, because we feel no pressure, no fear right now, as these 2 players are. Nothing on the line for us. But one thing I really want to see Meady, on top of like just the standard punish game edgeguard thing, is that like in fighting games, including Melee, there are really a few types of things you can do. You can be reactive or you can be proactive, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not seeing Meady do either. It feels like he's kind of in the middle of both. And I just want to see him pick one. Is he going to space to, prevent Ice from running in? Or is he going to be reactive and, just deal with Ice's super scary dash dance? Or is he going to just go out and do, take space aggressively, right? Those are kind of the 3 things we see there. And we see a reactive, pivot grab, standard Marth stuff. But we just need to see more of that. And for him to finish his food, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the timing of what you were talking about with exactly that neutral exchange. I mean, it was a forward neutral air, a moving forward neutral air into kind of a bait dash back grab. And that's kind of, I do see a value in best of both worlds. Edgeguard missed opportunity, finishing the food. Definitely a good thing to bring up. Again, there goes one big bite.
All right, there we go. Yeah, chomp chomp, JD.
But last thought, take it away, Will. Last thought, I do think Meady's got this. We'll see in the last stock if it can keep the pressure on and clutch this game too.
Yeah, I love the way Ice is playing. He's not trying to force the situation. In this sort of time, you think a player would want to like force out of stock, bring it even. But Ice being a top player knows that he doesn't need to make a good play. And what I mean by that is he doesn't need to force a good play. He is a good player. He trusts his game plan, and he takes the stock pretty safely at 25%, right? So we're kind of even. And the question is, double shine, that is sick, reading the momentum. And Ice, taking a slight lead now. Marth at pretty much, strong aerials are going to knock down, as I said, JD. But Meady, if he can get Ice off stage and get this edge guard, he doesn't. Oh my goodness. All right, this is looking scary, JD. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, a couple down tilts here and there, getting the SDI out of the up air. But one more grab. Can the food be finished? We'll see. Nair off stage. And the edge guard with the forward smash, wave dash back, old school, and double old school. Down tilt. Wow, exciting stuff. Meady clutching it with those big meaty claws. And it looked scary for a second there. Dude, finishing the food is such an important call out you made right away. It's one thing to get the neutral exchange and combos, but man, I hope that Meady can play every game like that last stock and just clutch it out.
Yeah, and we're talking about clutching, and what I really was impressed by Meady is, like, Ice is obviously enacting a godlike amount of pressure, right? And we're not feeling it from the commentator booth because we just can't.
Sure.
But the thing is what Ice was doing so well was he was at a range where Meady had so much to worry about. Am I gonna is Ice just not gonna approach and just laser me and build damage? Is Ice gonna run in with a running shine? Is Ice gonna do an aerial? Is Ice gonna full hop? Right? And he's loading up Meady's mental stack, right? And building damage really quickly. And Meady just endured. And that's what we're gonna need to see with the Dreamland game. Can Meady just endure, hold on, and close stocks fast enough so that Ice's pressure doesn't make him cave in? And this is what Ice does, right? He just is adding the mental stack. And the question I have for you, JD, is how can Meady add on a mental stack to Ice, right? Because you can do it back to your opponent. That is what we love about fighting games.
I feel like this is almost a pre-recorded thing because your timing on these notes is impeccable. As soon as you're saying, what can Meady do? We get a down air to close out that first stock. And I think it comes down to just having a lead, to holding onto a lead. Enduring is another great choice of words here because Fox, a bit more execution heavy. I don't think it's a big deal. Ice knows how to not tire out his hands and to continue executing throughout a game. But if you're Meady here, you want to see that whenever you are putting on pressure, that it's building up throughout the course of the set. And here we go, a pretty cheeky little exchange leads to another little lead, and can it turn it into a kill?
Oh, it might just be here. Ghost. Oh, the classic Ice tech right there.
Perfect.
It's just a brazen side B. We are definitely in the online era, and he's going to get all the percent from it, and possibly the edge guard. I'm correct, JD. Ice just, what a swing right there. That takes all the momentum away. And Meady's starting to swing. I'm getting a little worried, but if he can close it out right here, JD, we're going to see a really even game. And we don't know how it's going to go. Straight down, I would have done the same thing. Great job by Meady.
Yeah, I think that Ice really showing what a good defensive game looks like, and that's just not dying. Getting tipper forward smash, giving the perfect tech to side B is just so hype. Every Spacey player loves seeing it. And Meady now, I guess, kind of suffering from why Dreamland is just a classic good pick against Marth. Some people might disagree with that modern era, but Ice taking Meady here for a reason.
Yeah, and you know what I want to see, JD,
Sure.
is people talk about so many hype things Fox can do. You know what I'm hyped most about? Ice's lasers. Because he isn't lasering to build damage. He is lasering to build damage, but only at safe distances. After that, he's actually reacting to Meady come in. And I need to see sort of a shift in Meady being if you see Ice lasering, you have to put pressure on him. The Fox is saying, come get me. And Ice is very evasive and annoying, truthfully.
Yeah.
Which makes it amazing. Amazingly good and difficult for Meady, but we need to see Meady challenge that particular interaction a little bit more.
I agree. I think it's really important the way Ice plays with a lead is, I think, just a little bit stronger. And lasers are a tool that are literally good in every single matchup. Just not the way you might think in maybe a slower floaty matchup or something where you can't have the combos, so you kind of have to make up for the damage. Yeah, lasers aren't damage. And just it's almost the same as doing platform camping like we just saw there. as Ice's, I don't know what that little ledge trick was. Someone has a name for it, I'm sure. Someone smarter than myself, but
it looks like a T-drop, but it must have been like just like a pivot because you can only T-drop on FOD. But forget the nerd shit aside, Meady takes the second stock, and you brought back the lasers, and like Ice is like kind of game to close it out. But this is Fox Marth at its nut.
Oh
no! Missed the jump. He had the jump, miss input. Ice somehow. The Melee gods are rooting for Ice. Apparently, the Melee gods are Ice fans too.
Oh my God. Meady had the golden opportunity. I
thought we were going to see shades. Take a breath. I was just going to say, I thought we were going to see shades of IBDW versus M2K at Big House. Right? It was the exact same play. Rising fair on the Firefox jump can combo. Unfortunate. But I mean, again, that's why mental pressure, I think, is so important in the game. Just to take a little breather, we can slow down as we head into game 4. My voice is gonna go a little bit lower now.
Okay,
we're reading an audio book. Yeah, we're doing the podcast voice. But seriously though, the mental pressure leads to those sort of like antsiness things, right? And it wasn't like Meady had it wrong. That was the 100% like correct thing to do. But it's just so nerve-wracking in the moment. And again, that's why these players are under immense amounts of pressure. The one thing I want to add before we go, I know I stuck this first stock, is these lasers. Those exact goddamn lasers aren't for percent. They are for mental pressure. They are to increase the pressure that Meady has to be like, hey, you have to make the call. I'm just going to do I'm going to do like the second thing after you, but you have to make the first move.
Yeah. I love lasers, and just to sit on it for a second, although we might have to get off the topic as Ice possibly brings back another dominant game, it's just about controlling everything. You say mental stack, you're talking about pressure. It's all the same cake that's being baked right now, because Ice, just a quick double laser right there. What does that do? It just puts Meady's eyes in different places. It just makes them think about, oh God, is that actually important? Do I have to approach now? And then all of a sudden Ice is on top of you, right? It's just another way to control the flow of the game and to, oh my God, that Ice movement is classic. He's building up an array of clips of just corner pressure, sneakiness, and we're looking at maybe another 4-stock?
I know, he's not only building on clips, he's looking like he's building on his second 4-stock of the set, Shady.
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh, this is all money damage. Oh, but Tipper, that's expected. That's why Marths choose Pokemon for sure. But this is looking bad. The Nair got crowd canceled, tried to act immediately after, and that's why he got popped up by the jab there, JD. If he held down, it would have been a grab, but another whiff. What an amazing closeout from Ice. Just base the shield grab.
I love Ice's control over what an opportunity looks like. I think we talk about the meta. I think one thing that will always be in the meta is just how do you control when your opponent is in shield? And Marth, notoriously weak in shield. Only a few options to come out of it. The strongest probably just a quick fair out of shield, which is pretty committal. So